Moving on to the next fight here, we have Igor Severino versus Andre Lima. Igor is 8-0, 5-0 in his last five, and he's actually coming off that win over John Nata Silva in the Dana White Contender Series about 5 months ago. Andre Lima, 7-0. He's 5-0 in his last five, and he's coming off that win via decision on the Dana White Contender Series as well. So it'll be both of these guys' UFC debut for both of them actually. So I mean, I think that the Dana White Contender Series fade is going to be probably can't do it here, but we'll see what happens. Look at the odds for this fight actually. Igor and Andre. So Andre's a minus 180, and right now he opened up at a minus 125. So there's been some steady favorite action on him. I think this fight could go a lot of different ways. I will lean towards Lima being the much cleaner fighter. I think it's going to be a close fight. I do see a potential finish here based on how both these guys fight. I just think Lima is the much cleaner fighter overall. I mean, he should have the takedown defense to keep things standing. I think Igor is going to need to put the pressure on Lima and make this a really gritty fight, a really wild brawl, because that fight suits him more. I do think that Igor is overall really solid. However, he just is really inconsistent in his striking technique and can be a bit wild. So that wildness in this matchup, I think that it will play into Andre's hands a lot more because he is a much cleaner striker. And he's not just a headhunter. He's able to work in the body, and he has legit power shots as well. And also, Lima has a good mix of just grappling and striking. I think that his grappling is more so defensive based, but that's going to be a really good thing for him in this fight because he's going to be able to sprawl and really have good takedown defense as well and fight off subs from Igor. So I think that Igor, while he does bring a good skill set to this fight, I think that Andre Lima is going to be too well rounded for him, and he's going to be too clean for him as well. So I'm going to lean towards Andre Lima being able to implement the game plan and just fight a clean fight. The pick here is going to be Lima inside the distance. However, I'm staying away from this for now. I think the over 1.5 right now, let's check what that is. It's minus 205. So last night when I was looking at it was minus 260. So I thought that was a bit high, and I'm kind of glad to see it's getting a little bit better as far as the odds for potential play there. So that's something that I might look at, minus 205 for the over 2.5. I think that's a much better value than where it was at minus 260. So I'm going to continue to monitor that, but I think that could be a decent play overall. Once again, Andre inside the distance. However, I'm not going to trust them enough just because both these guys debuts and really don't know and have much tape on them to see how they'll do an actual UFC fight. So we'll move on to the next fight.